From the moment I saw your smiling face, I knew in my heart you were my saving grace. You're the sunshine on my darkest days. With you, I'm lost in an endless maze. Every touch, every kiss sets me free. In your arms is where I long to be. Together we'll face whatever comes our way. Forever and always we'll seize the day.
Hello, hello, hello. Whoa, where is my camera? Okay, hey everybody, who's ever out there, appreciate you being here. My name is Janine. If you haven't seen me before, let's see here. There's a couple of things that are coming out. Jackie Chapman just posted something, and as I did too. It's interesting. Let me cue this up for you guys here. And so this is, I saw this out there. I think I did bookmark this. Scientists grow plants mid-air using magnets with no soil or pots. Required in shocking new farming. It's required in shocking new farming breakthrough. You know, they're always doing something. Well, time will tell. That's all I can say about that one. So what am I going to talk to you guys about today? I think there's a story out there about Dan Bongino. Did he possibly quit? He's out there doing an interview, but he took the day off today. I don't know if he quit or not, but you know how it goes out there. All right, so one slip in your seed phase, one wrong key sent, one peek inside your safe, one glance at your backup, one flaw in the chain, poof, it's gone. Being solely irresponsible for your private keys is terrifying. The more money at stake, the scarier it gets. Are you responsible? That came from Vincent Kenney. He always sends cryptic message. It says, willing to risk it? Or would you rather let the bank hold the keys? I'm willing to risk it at this point. Any of you guys happen to see a video that was put out there? It was so heartbreaking. It was Mary Lou Retton was arrested. Of course, she's 57 years old. I think she was 4'9". It broke my heart that how people just basically went crazy with this story, right? She's had some tough times after her and her husband got divorced, I think in 2018. And sometimes we forget they were our heroes when they were winning the Olympics for us and winning the gold medals. And you know, she was like America's sweetheart as far as I was concerned. And then she gets pulled over, and they see that she's got a bottle of wine in the back seat of her car, and just people are just the nastiest as they can be. Whatever happened to kindness and passionate, and maybe hearing the whole story, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Brother-in-law steps in, the ex-brother-in-law happened to step in and say, hey, you know, she's on a lot of medication. She was hospitalized. She can't breathe without this oxygen tank anymore. Maybe some of her medication, maybe she did have a bottle, did have some wine, maybe she didn't, but they actually got the whole video out on YouTube, and that's what's so heartbreaking about it. You know, it's just, you take an American hero at one point, and they make one or two mistakes, and you rip them to shreds. We've got a pattern. Americans have got a pattern of doing that. So let's see what else we have. And it's just nothing but meanness. And all I'm saying is we need to just try to find the kindness back in our hearts again. All right, what else is going on out there? I saw something with, not Matt Damon, it's the other guy. I'll find him again, is related to Obama. I mean, I don't even know what to believe here anymore. It's just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs that are out there. Let's see here. I've happened to follow Barron Trump, and he's really going after people politically now. And maybe I was on the wrong site before, but he's going after Adam Schiff with the Russian collusion lies and whatnot. And, you know, he's gotten a lot of money out of all of that, billions and billions of dollars. So they're, you know, they always ask the question, should they go to jail? Should they be arrested for this? And my question back to anybody is there going to be anyone that is actually going to do it? You know, of course, we're going to give you, I don't know why they even bother with these polls per se. Let's see what else is going out there. If you have XRP, I guess it's doing pretty good. BitChute, is it Bit? Not BitChute. See, I don't even really know about this stuff. I'm just kind of going through what is happening in the headlines out there. There is some more healing out there. I want to share a video with you. Here we go. Here we go. Let me share this first before I go any further. Seems to be the hot topic of the day. Let's just take a little looky here. Hey, Dragonfly is out there. Hello, Dragonfly. How are you doing? All right. So this is what they're talking about out here. I guess these two are, basically are not agreeing. They're not even disagreeing to agree. And what's the whole story on this? Let me see if I can get it. So it's according to Axios, FBI Director Dan Bongino quit the FBI today after clashing. According to him, he quit the FBI today after clashing with AG Pam Bondi at the White House over Epstein files. The alleged fight occurred after the 10-hour video was released with a minute missing, two sources familiar with Bongino. And I do believe he is out there doing an interview right now, and you can catch that interview out on X. I don't know where else it would be. Let's see here. Okay, if you could explain how the Earth shadow causes this, that'd be great. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about a lot of things. We have no answers for anything. That's the problem there. We're hearing things, but nobody's giving you any concrete information. Let's see here. People are kind of worried about their Social Security, taking a hit in the payment. This blah, blah, blah. Let's see what else we have here. I'm trying to find the Dan Bongino. If there's so much information out there, within 2 minutes, you're in another area. You really are. Let's see here. Your future doctor is using ChatGPT to pass med school, so you can better start eating healthy. So actually I did talk to my husband, just had an outpatient procedure, and I asked the nurse, was it AI involved? And she just kind of looked at me and says, oh, no, we didn't do it that way. And but they're getting there. I don't know if that's good, if that's bad, if that's more accurate, what have you. More Pizzagate stories out there. I'm just kind of flying through some of the stuff here. All right, let's see. What else is going on out there? Dragonfly, you seem to be the only one here that I could see. Let's see here. Of course, ICE has been out there. ICE has been busy. We see so much weird shit out there. It's just this stuff here, you guys, will be going away real soon. And I think we're seeing the tail end of all this stuff, because that's what people are talking about. So there's a lot of flooding. There's a lot of wildfires, red flags, warnings across the U.S. I've got on my Rumble channel, if you guys want to follow me out there, I have a lot of videos out there, recent, of the floods and a lot of other things. So here we go. It's basically people putting a lot of stuff out there about Dan Bongino. What's going on? Are we going to hear from him real soon? Like I said, I just happened to catch him on an interview on X, and isn't this the truth, you guys? Here, let me blow this one up here a little bit more for you. Two types of shoppers out there, right? No job and a job. Let me tell you, the one where it says job was me and my husband going through the grocery store looking for healthy food to eat, and that's kind of about what we walked out with. Not exactly what's in that cart, but it's kind of like that's the amount of food, because this person here with no job is eating all the junk food. And, those are the ones that want to stay home and collect whatever it is that they are collecting. Some disease, I think they're collecting. I don't know. All right, let's see what else we have out here. All right, I'm not going to talk about that too much. I'm still trying to find I think it's coming up here, the interview with Dan Bongino. All right. Boy, I tell you, it's kind of like a lot of the stuff out there is just being replayed over and over again from what we knew many years ago. And I just kind of fly past any of that here. This one says, who is this guy? Wonder why they're asking that. Let me see. And this doesn't even look like her. Come on. Can they do a little bit better? What do you guys think? Let me know. Put your thoughts out there. I'm just killing your lunch hour here for you guys. On your Friday, 7/11 is today's date, and let's see what else we have out here going on. I'm still trying to find the Dan Bongino and also the healing. let me go to my bookmarks. This was huge. Women who claimed Brigitte Macron was born a man are cleared of defamation. Does that got anything to do with Candace Owens? I don't know, you guys. What do you guys think? These big influencers. I don't know what side of the fence that they're on. All right, let's go to my bookmarks. Let me see here. All right. So what am I wanting to talk to you guys about? Here it is. I did bookmark it. So it says, meet Charlie and witness the dawn of the new era in healing. Today, a young boy named Charlie stepped into a capsule unlike anything most of us have ever seen. They're calling it the tetrapod. Okay, but this isn't just technology. This is a conscious machine. Day one marks the start of his 28-day healing. Let's take a looky here. Let me blow this up. Come on. I think it's time for me to get a newer mouse. Let me start this over. This is him. This is Charlie climbing into this tetrapod. And interesting, huh? Are they going to close the lid there? And they're closing it. All right, I see a computer. They're going to spin them. Hey, have you guys seen this one here? Fake, phony, or AI? That's the new one. Fake, phony, or AI? All right, that's about all that they're going to give you out there. Let's see what else we have. Here's the interview. Justin, the FBI director. This was 42 minutes ago. And hey, Alley Cat. How you doing out there, Alley Cat? And I'm going to ring a bell every time somebody comes in. Alley Cat's in the house. All right, FBI Director Dan Bongino took the day off after clashing with AG Pam Bondi at the White House over the Epstein files. Wow, you guys, this is crazy. Epstein files makes a man get up and leave, and I get it. Because he's for a year talked to everybody about, boy, my shirt really looks wrinkled here. Let's see here. It says the alleged fight erupted after 10 hours of the video. And I read this a couple minutes ago there. And yeah, this is, I'm not going to play this. It's out there. And who's it under? Colin Rugg, R-U-G-G, if you guys are out on X. This guy here is basically talking about weather seeding. Everyone's talking about, I just heard it on mainstream media, if you guys haven't heard that. Right before I jumped on here, they're talking about it. I think it was on Fox. So they're now at the point they're saying, is this real or not? So you guys, we said stuff was finally going to hit mainstream media. They're feeding us little stuff. It's not what you actually think. This ice is out there. So spending $2,000 of EBT and WIC on 10 kids like a boss. So I'm seeing a lot of these videos. I kind of talked about it. I'm going to turn the sound off. I kind of talked about this. There's a lot of these videos out here, you guys. I don't know where people get the goal. I don't know if these are old. I'm not really sure about it, but look at all that shit. Yep. And they've got $2,000 to spend. Now, one time here locally where I live at the Walmart, I saw these people spending about $2,000 just buying meat. And they were illegal immigrants that had that card because we weren't in the line with them. And then it took them so long to get through ringing everything up. You know how it goes with Walmart. There's a lot of retired people that work in there. We happened to jump over and we were in there, and the one lady that was checking them out said, yeah, they had that card. They're giving that money. All right. Concerned citizen. I take concerned citizen with a little bit of, you got to be very careful out here. And he's another one. And I've been saying this a lot, just to be very kind, because we have to be kind, is that there's a lot of sensationalism people out there. Candace Owens is one of them. People are tearing apart her story of Trump calling her personally and telling her to back off of the French president, whether or not that's true or not. But in any case, I will only watch the short clips. Alley Cat says she can't even get food. Yeah, that's that's the thing that makes me want to vomit. Seriously. So this is the kid here. I'm gonna move on with that. Hey Arnie, how are you? So this kid here in particular, he's out. I've got a whole interview with him on my Rumble channel. You'll see it. You got to dig through my stuff because you guys, there's so much shit going on out there that I've got a lot of videos in. You know, one day goes by and you got to go scroll down to another 10. But this kid here is 25 years old. I talked about him yesterday. Here he is with whoever this guy is. This old fart. It looks like a pedo. But anyways, yeah. So basically what they're saying here is nothing to see here. Just the CEO of Rainmaker, Augustus Dorinko, hanging out with Bill Clinton. Yeah. So, you know, we'll find out who he's related to soon enough. CVS lost and paid over $900 million in Medicare fraud cases. Did you guys hear about that? Mm-hmm. Get the hand in the cookie jar. Slap, slap, slap. All right, let's see what else we have here going on here. Where's this fire at? Floods, sirens, Tokyo. This is Tokyo. And it's happening all over the world, you guys. Japan, Tokyo, Italy, Rome. I think there was something that blew up over there. When the minions get mad, they start a kicking. That's all I'm going to say there. Let's see here. California. Yeah, so you could spend days on California. What else do we have here? These are the 256. I posted this out there if you follow me on X. 256 flash floods warning across 33 states in only 6 days. And they're off. All right. So, yeah, look at this. Look at this one here. I'm going to blow this up a little bit more. Look at Texas. Oh, my goodness. Let me see if I can put that right in there. You guys taking a look at the Texas one there? East Coast. Yep. There you go. There you have it. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see what else we have here. These are just some of the top news. Of course, there's always, how old is this one here? This is 2 days ago. This is this is New Mexico. There was not a lot of coverage on New Mexico. If you guys want to truly believe that they're still cleaning out the dumps, that's your belief. If you truly want to believe that they're, whatever the story might be that you have heard, it doesn't matter. What really matters is humans are being lost. There's still so many children that are lost from the Texas one. It just blows my mind. This lady here, she's doing a lot. She's like going after Amazon. Amazon, by the way, is selling their stock like crazy. Does anybody know why? Put your thoughts in the comments. They are selling his stock. And everyone's saying, oh, he's buying up all the Bitcoin because he knows something's going on. Don't believe it. Don't take it for face value. That's all that I can say here. Let's see what else we have out there. Arnie, how are you doing? I know Arnie's getting ready for his big day on Sunday. He's gonna show everyone his gift from God. Let's see here. Who else is out there? I don't get a lot of people that follow me at noon, but going to try to get with Arnie next week, middle of next week, if he's available. I'm going to talk about his cards and also ask him and interview him how his show went. It says, I don't want to go through things that don't kill me, but make me stronger anymore. Here. You know, there was a song, right? You know, what you go through or whatever, what things kill you will make you stronger. Bullshit. We're tired. It's kind of like bring in the light, bring in the love, right? What else we have out here? So I'm going to take a break from this stuff here. That was all my bookmarks, I think. Yeah, more of the floods. Okay, so I'm going to come back to you guys. I'm writing more stories, and with the help of AI, but I got to weed out a lot of the stuff that I don't like in there. And they're going to be about our fur babies. And I announced to anybody if you want me to write a story about you and your fur baby or your spirit guides that guide our fur babies, or not even fur babies, whatever it may be, your birds, whatever animals that you have in the house. or inanimate. I don't know what you want to call it. What do you think is guiding you? But so I get these weird downloads, and I get them like first thing in the morning, and I actually have to write them down because they're fleeing things, thoughts that come to me. But yesterday, I was watching my Bailey girl. I'm going to talk about her for about 2 minutes, and I just noticed that she was doing so much better. And 2 days before that, my husband had said to me, "Look, I looked up what you were talking about, the DM and this degenerative and all this other stuff." And then he says, "I honestly believe that she had a stroke." And of course, my mind is always racing a million miles an hour. And I heard it, I acknowledged it, and I continued doing what I did. But I mean, I acknowledged it with saying, "I hear you." So yesterday, I'm sitting there, and if any of you remember Lydia Hibney, wonderful human being, an animal communicator, I think the best one that I've ever run across in my 63 years. Had her on my show back in the day. She was remarkable, and so the thought came to me, is she actually reading the animals, or is she reading the animals' spirit guides that are there for them, for the animals to help you? This is where I'm coming up with the stuff for my stories, okay? Because I think that, a lot of times people that, it doesn't matter. She's getting the energy, she's getting the information, right? But I'm kind of breaking it down a little bit more. And so yesterday I decided to reach out to Lydia. I wanted to tell her about my Bailey Boo. I didn't want to ask her any questions. I wasn't, planning on her to help me in any type of way. It was more of, "Hi, how are you? I miss you." And this is what I have been doing. This is what I've been going through with my current golden retriever. So I tell her everything that I'm doing, and then about halfway through, she interrupts me and says, "Honey, I know you're not going to want to hear this, but your dog had a stroke." And it took me back. And I was just like, "Okay, I'm listening." And so I said, then I listened to what she had to say. And then I came back and I said, she was fine when she was in the vet. She was on all four. She was not knuckling or anything, but she was fine. And then they gave her a cortisone shot. And then she came back a little bit later and said, "I think you dodged a bullet." And she went through to explain to me why. And she said that she thinks she went through some sort of a healing crisis with that cortisone shot, but you were give her the supplements, and you did really well with that. And I said to her, "Well, I kind of let 3 or 4 days go by without giving her the MMS in her water." And she said to me, "Well, it's probably a good thing." So she takes everything. She's so optimistic. She's such a beautiful soul. And she says, "Well, I told her I woke up in the middle of the night and I heard give her MMS, and so that's what I did the following day." She says, "You weren't told to give her the MMS until 3 days later because she was going through a healing crisis. And then when you saw her bouncing back from all the supplements and the joints and the inflammation and everything that you're doing for her, you saw her regressing back." Because I said to her, "I think she's got that DM disease, the degenerative neurological disease." And she says, "Nope." And so she went through and explained to me what's going on. And I'm always taken back by Lydia. She is just a powerful woman. So I'm actually going to be enrolling in her classes. And she had always said to me throughout the years, I think I interviewed her for maybe 3 years. And, and people were blown away by the information that Lydia did readings for them. And she works a lot with horses, a lot. I think that's where she got her start, was with the horses. And so it's Lydia Hibney. Check out her website. And I told her this morning, I'm going to take one of your classes, and I'll give you a shout out when we get close to it. So I think she's trying to put a class together in September, and that's just tentative right now. Probably talking prematurely about that, but she is awesome. And she's been doing this since she was a little girl. She's always had this. If you want to call it a gift, that's her thing, right? When I'm saying to people, everybody has something. And with me even helping Bailey, it shifted me to. I was told my whole life, "Why don't you work with animals? Why don't you work with animals?" Because people could see the love that I have for them. And I got to be a business person. I have to go to corporate. I got to carry a briefcase, or carry a computer, carry a backpack, travel the United States. And I did what I was telling myself I had to do. But I thought, All right, I'm just going to go in and listen to Lydia. And then from that point on, where I'm at, there's a lot of horses around here. There's a lot of animals around here. There's very little holistic. I found one lady that actually came from Illinois. A lot of people from Illinois are down here, and she has a business. It's a holistic business for animals. So I'm going to contact her and let her know what I am doing. But that's a little bit about my future plans. I want to see what you guys are doing. What are your plans for this weekend? Let's see here. Yeah, that's what I have. Odin Fur Kitty is my guide too. It says Alley Cat. Yeah, so I don't know. Unfortunately, the way that I was trained, and I'm not saying it's correct or incorrect. Sometimes I kind of wish if I had a name, and I never asked because we were told in the Akashic records, you don't have to know who they are. That they just kind of categorize them, but maybe I'll think a little bit more about that. The teachers are our loved ones, or our guides, our spirit guides. And I've just always know when the energy is coming in. I know when I'm reading it. I know when I'm connected with them to serve other people with the information. So I don't have that. Collapsing something better for myself. Is that what you're doing, Allie? Yeah. So I think what we're being called right now is to go inward. And if you listen to any of the astrologers that are out there, a lot of them are basically, Arnie said, I will be working on art for the deck. Oh, he's got a new deck, Arnie? And Ellie Cat says she is manifesting. Yeah, so that's fantastic. I think from my understanding of all the stuff that's going on out there astrology-wise, and I probably listen to 10 people, and I'm hearing the same thing over and over. Nobody's swaying away from the information. But it's almost as if we don't become our true self, I shouldn't say it that way. We are all looking to become our true self. Like I said, I watched my mother be very successful, very powerful businesswoman. That was my role model growing up, and that's what I wanted to do. My father was a blue-collar worker, and so I kind of wanted to imitate what she was doing, whether it was to please her or to please myself, or if it was what society was telling me to do. There was one thing she kept telling me to do, and she kept telling me to be a secretary and to take typing. And I did take typing, but I sucked at it. But then that was before the computer era came out. And then I said, oh, computers. I loved computers. I took to them. I remember my family having a little Texas TI, little handheld thing. They're all trying to figure it out. I had a million little buttons on it. And, I was, the bottom of the food chain. And so I didn't get a chance to look at it until they all put it down, went away and did what they wanted to do. And I was just like, I'm into computers. I love the stuff. So that was how I created my path. But I think our paths are changing now. Let's see, Arnie says here. I'll be working on art for the deck, and I'm working on Tarot Oracle. More than half done. May preview some at the fair Sunday. You go, Arnie. I'm telling you, he's going a million miles an hour, and I think it's fantastic. Let's see. We had Dragonfly out there, and Arnie and Alley Cat. We have the A-team here today. So that's basically a little bit about what I wanted to talk about. I am writing stories. I'm learning how to. Okay, so I had AI help me. It was almost like they were jumper cables for me. Boom, and I read it. Nope, it's not my words, but then I get more downloads, more information coming in, and I'm loving it. And I would love to do some of the stuff for you guys also too. And then hopefully in the near future, what I want to do is kind of like what Lydia is doing with the animals. She's more active. So I guess she's been so busy. There's only a few really good animal communicators out there. I know tapping into and sensing my dogs, that's easy for a lot of people. when you read energy, they say that you really can't like read, your husband or your wife or your kids because you're too close to them. And with the dogs, that was completely opposite from me. It was almost like I knew exactly what she was saying to me because she's got a guide or whatever it might be. I just find this stuff so fascinating. What do you guys think? What do you think? That's Arnie is saying, that is awesome, Janine. That is what I do also. I have AI work for you. Oh, have AI work for you. I don't work for the AI. Yeah. And it's good because it's almost like you've got somebody, and I think Alley Cat said this on one of the shows one time. You want to run something past somebody, and you don't have them there to run it past, so you run it past this AI, but you got to keep it in the back of your mind. This is just a freaking computer now. Elon Musk, Gork, Gork, is on version 4, and there's a lot of talk out there about that. What's his name? I'm trying to think of his name. Oh, it'll come to me. He's done a segment on it. It's a guy with a white microphone, white hair, older dude. I can't think of his name. He got kicked off of the networks also. But in any case, he's out there and he's saying, how far are we going to go with this AI? To me, that's just babble stuff because it is really young, and I think that the government has put things in place. Let's see here. This is Hustle Beach. I want to show you this. Hustle Bitch, I think it is, if I read it correctly. So you guys know who this monster is. Do you know who this monster is? Okay. And people are now saying that they are, wait, we were supposed to know Ben and Barack are cousins? That's the first time I ever heard that. First time I ever heard that. I've heard some really bad stories about the guy on the left. Oh, we all know that the guy on the right, but how many people know about this on the left? And not only that, but I think there's so many people on that particular list that's out there, the Bungie list, that if all that information came out, there would, I don't think humanity's ready for it. So I don't put all my eggs in one basket and hope for that list. And people are devastated. They want that list out there. They really do, because of the lost souls. If you think about it, every time they say the list, we should be doing a prayer. They talk about the Epstein list, praying for the souls that we have lost. Seriously. That's the way that we got to look at things here. All right. So Drewski is someone that I follow out there. If you guys have not followed him on X, very spiritual person. And he has got a lot of cool stuff out there. He says, how it feels to stand in the truth of the world of lies. How does it feel to stand in the truth of lies? So I'm going to kill the sound here, but this is his perspective of, maybe this is his visualization, for how he feels what we are going through right now. Let's see here. Yeah. Arnie, so there has been, I'm going to put Arnie's comment up here. Let this video play out. So when the DS has no more chess moves, that's when the list will be released. So my thought is, we took away the U.S. aid, and I didn't hear anybody yell, watch the water, watch the water. Well, there's nothing but floods that are going on in this world today. And it's so many different places. And I'm also not trusting I don't trust anybody, but the meteorologists that are out there. So this morning, I think I've got it out on my Rumble channel. There is one guy, a weatherman, who basically says, now they're starting to say, hey, we can't even predict the weather because we're not seeing what's actually happening. They feel out of control at this point. And the one guy, he goes, well, you know how that goes. He's basically, everybody is talking about the the seating and whatever else that goes along with it. And they're just up there going through the motions, right? Let's see what else we have out here. Yeah, this is a very cool picture that I want to share with you guys, just to let you know. There's just so many different things that are happening, and a lot of people feel this way. All right, that's about all that I have for you guys. I don't want to kind of go through any more of the X stuff that's out there. Take a look at my Rumble channel. It's called Turn the Page, and I always forget to say it because I've been on here for so long and doing this for so long. I've got a lot of people out there that have been following me. There's a lot of there's a lot of how do I put this? There's a lot of stories out there that are older, like this one in particular. And people are gathering them up off the internet and making it seem like they're new. Use your discernment out there. A lot of, this is the one where there's been the Masonic lodges are burning down. You could tell the videos are so old. I mean, that was kind of obvious for me, at least. And so that's what we have. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys enjoy yourself and take care. Be safe. Arnie, show everybody your talent. And we'll see you real soon. And I think Alley Cat does Friday Night Lives. I think so. She's still with us. Don't forget to jump over. I'm going to put her name up here. Alley Cat Creations 211 is her YouTube channel. She usually does artwork while she's talking to you. And I'm not sure what she'll be talking about. But, yeah, good luck, Arnie. Whoops. Good luck, Arnie. And, oh, yeah, so she's saying, yes, I'm going live later. All right, so you guys, thank you for just listening to me. I'm just giving you, like, the Friday updates. Nothing spectacular. We'll find out what's going on with Dan Bongino. And where is this drama going as the world turns? Goodbye, everyone. Have a great weekend.